triad hacks for you, how you can quickly start to use triads in your soloing. And these have a real melodic quality to them. How do these triads fit into the fretboard architecture? And how can I make them musical, right? And in this lesson, I'm using a jam track. We're in the key of F sharp minor, and the track is in 6/8 time. So important, always know the chords. It's the chords that's going to give you the full roadmap to what we could use solo and improvisation wise. And we're in standard A440 tuning. There's basically 4 types of triads: major, minor, diminished, and augmented. And in this lesson, we're going to be concentrating on minor triads. And all a triad is those 3 notes that make up that minor chord, the root or the 1, the flat third, and the 5th. Now, because we're in the key of F sharp minor, we're going to be looking at some F sharp minor triads. In the key of F sharp, our root is the 1 is F sharp, and then we have the flat third, which is A, and the 5th, which is C sharp. So those are the 3 notes we have to key in and on. And if you want to see a lot of these scales and triads that I'm talking about diagrammed out on paper, click on that link in the YouTube description box below. I'll send you a killer free soloing ebook. It's packed with lessons and scale diagrams. I have like 29 scales diagrams out. I talk a lot about triads, also modal playing. There's soloing strategies, major, minor key. It's a great reference ebook, and I'll pair it with a video lesson also on some easy ways that you could dress up your soloing. But I'll send them to you for free, both of them. Just click below. So the big things with triads is, how do I find them quickly, and how do I make them musical? So we're going to find the triads with roots on the high E string, the B string, and the G string. And the great thing about this hack is they're movable. So once you memorize that shape, right, and you know where the root note is, you could find them in any key. So let's look at the first one with the root on the high E string. So what you want to do, we're in the key of F sharp minor, right? So we want to find F sharp minor triads. So find your F sharp note on the high E string, and here it is at the 2nd fret. And the shape is just easy. It's just place your first finger and bar it over the top 3 strings. There's our triad, right? Then we have our F sharp note, and here is our C sharp note, and here is our A note. F sharp, C sharp, and A. And that triad shape lives right in this F sharp natural minor scale off of the low E string root at the 2nd fret. Again, not only is the triad movable, the scale shape is movable. That scale looks like this. Okay, so one shape you have to remember. All right, and let's learn the next shape is off of the B string. Again, you want to find your F sharp note. Well, that's here at the 7th fret. Right, here's our F sharp, and here is our C sharp, and here is our A. Here's our F sharp triad shape, F sharp minor, I'm sorry, triad shape off of the B string root. So now you know the triad shape off of the high E string and off of the B string. Now let's find the triad off of the G string. And that one we have to find our F sharp note on the G string, which is right there at the 11th fret on our G string. And there's our little triad, a little diagonal shape. So our F sharp 11th fret G, our A 10th fret B string, and our C sharp 9th fret high E. Alright, so now you know those 3 triad shapes. So you want to memorize those shapes and then find them in each key, depending on what jam track you're playing over, what key you're in, right? These are minor triads, root, flat third, 5th. Then you just find that root note and play that shape. How do we take these triads and start making music with them? So we're jamming over this jam track, right? And you heard me play a lick like this. And then I changed the ending 2nd time. That's all based off of that triad, right? When I came up with that lick and I was writing the solo, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have my F sharp note. There's my C sharp note. But instead of grabbing the A here, I grabbed the A here at the 10th fret on the B string. And I have this lick. Because what I did was I grabbed the triad and I pulled that one, this shape, into my F sharp natural minor scale. This F sharp natural minor scale is off of, again, movable, off of the 9th fret on the A string. And if you got a second, please subscribe to the channel. You know, subscribing to the channel, that really helps us to keep bringing the content, as well as then you'll be notified when we have new music posted. Also, please leave a comment below. Let us know how you like this lesson. Let us know what lessons you'd like to see coming up. And if you like the video, please click the like button. Give it a thumbs up, share it, and thank you so much for your support. Much like triads, arpeggios, you just can't just play them, just those 3 notes, just like you just can't play a scale up and back. That's not musical, right? You have to work them. So we have to incorporate them with other scale notes, with our string bending, and our concepts for melodic soloing, like leaving lots of space, emotive bends, bend and release, hold bends, drawn out bends, landing notes, right? Dynamics, all things that go into this melodic soloing. So what I did was, I really held that bend going from that G sharp to the A note. And then I landed on my F sharp note. So basically I'm adding that 9th, that G sharp note, to the triad lick. I'm incorporating it into a lick, and I'm doing something musical with it. I'm using these concepts. Let's do another one. So this triad here lives, like I showed you, in that natural minor scale. So you might have heard me play a lick, something like this. All right, again, all based off of the triad, because what I'm doing is I'm raking across the triad by first finger's barred, so I get all 3 of those. And then I just go right up the scale. And I do this really nice half-step melodic bend, bending the 9th to the flat 3rd, bending that G sharp to the A. There's our A note, right? So again, I'm hitting the triad in various spots. So I bend and release, let it down. Then I go right up the triad. High E string 2nd fret, B string 2nd fret, G string 2nd fret. And then I slide it back to get that G sharp, that 9th in there. With vibrato. You could even, if you wanted to resolve it to your F sharp, you could. But the big thing there is I'm hitting the triad at various points. I'm adding a bend and release. Vibrato. Right? All going into this. Maybe we'll use the natural minor scale here that's off of the F sharp note on our A string at the 9th fret. Notice our triad off the G string root, right, lives right within that scale. So that makes it really nice. So it's also good, like I was showing you before too with this one, that if you could kind of relate to where the triad lives within the scale or near the scale, it's just going to make it easier for you to make it musical by adding your scale notes. So we have our triad. Okay, remember that's off that G string root. Now just sliding up. A nice easy lick, lots of vibrato. Or you do it with your bend. Okay, there I did a rake and a sweep right from the arpeggio. Added the high E string at the 12th fret, that E note, flat 7. So it's kind of like a minor 7 almost there. And then I slide that up to my F sharp note, 14th fret on the high E string. All I'm doing is just kind of working this triad within the scale, looking for some nice melodical, tasty licks. Here's a cool lick where I'm adding those triad notes in also. I'm bending up to my, I'm bending my B note to that C sharp. See, I'm bending to the triad notes. Another winner, because when you bend to that root, when you bend to that flat 3rd, you're bending to those strong chord tones, especially if you're playing it over that F sharp minor chord. And then after I bend in my vibrato, I bend it up again. Then I do that hammer and pull off of my C sharp note on that 9th and 10th fret on the high E. Go back to my B note, 12th fret on the B string. And then back to the C sharp 9th fret on the high E string. And a quick bend and release and then I strike the note when I bring it back down. So I'm bending with a string range. Again, I'm bending at B up to the C sharp, but I bend it fast. See, you get that whop, and then when I let it back down, I hit it again. And then I go right down, there's my A note in the triad. And I get to that G sharp, that 9. And then I get back to my F sharp root. Right, but I'm thinking triad. Another really important thing to keep in mind is that, you know, it's all about the sounds, okay? It's all about the sounds that sound best to your ears and making, you know, things musical. Don't forget, please subscribe to the channel because that really helps us to keep bringing the content. As well as then you'll be notified when we have new lessons posted. And don't forget, click on that link in YouTube description box. Get my largest ever soloing ebook packed with scale diagrams, soloing strategies, major, minor key, exercises, triads, arpeggios, modal playing. It's an awesome ebook. I pair it with a video lesson. I'll send them both to you for free. Just click on that link below. Thanks so much for checking out this lesson and for your support over the years. Keep up all that hard work on those guitars. Keep having fun with it. Take care, rock on. I'll see you in the next lesson.